ladies in here with us. So we got some newbies. All right, we're gonna go ahead and paint the sides and the front, the top. If you wanna paint the back, you can. I mean, if you want it to look completely finished, you probably should paint the back. Hi, Stacy. This shirt is in my shop, by the way. Yes, there's a couple of them. So there's this Faith one. There is a Grace one. I'm pretty sure it's Grace. I don't know. I created them, I don't know, I think a month ago. And so I think it's Grace. Anyway, yes, it's in my shop if you guys want one. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and paint all of our pieces white. If you guys do order shirts from my shop, they are true to size, okay? So I wear a medium, and that's what I get. There's room in it. I mean, you can tell it's not too tight. So one of the things when you are painting, you wanna make sure you go the same way with your brush strokes over the entire piece. And since all these pieces are gonna go together, shirts too, I really do. So you're gonna wanna go the same way. So whether you go up and down, this has a grain on it, which means like you can see the grain lines go up and down. So that's what you should always make your paint strokes go with, and it kind of blends easier. You're not gonna see those grain lines through your paint as much if you do it with the grain. If you don't have a grain, so like MDF doesn't have a grain, if you don't have a grain, like say these were made with MDF, then I did this one all this way. You wanna make sure you do all of your candy corns that way, okay? Don't do one up and down and don't do one side to side. You want them all to match. So we are gonna stripe one of these up. We're gonna polka dot one. And then the middle one is actually let's do the edges first. The middle one is actually where our trick or treat is gonna go, but you guys, make it your own, okay? If you want the trick or treat on the big one, it is not gonna fit on the little one. I can tell you that right now, it won't fit on the little one. All right, we are probably gonna need 2 coats of this white. You guys know, I tell you enough that white, sometimes red, which you would never think, and yellow, why we stay a month ahead. I'm gonna do my second coat here. So obviously it's September and we're doing our Halloween, which Halloween's the end of October. So then next month will be more Thanksgiving themed. That way you have it in time. We'll be doing it around the 20th to the 22nd of August. That's when I do all my lives. Around between the 20th and the 25th is when I will always do them, because I mail these out the 15th. So people will have a chance to get them and we can craft. So October's will be Thanksgiving themed, and then November's will be Christmas themed. That's the one I'm still working on. Hi Maria. I think a lot of people will have to watch the replay. We've got sports a lot at night, so evenings are getting a little bit more difficult for me. Back, and then we're just gonna go across one time. Well, I don't mean one time. We're gonna make one stripe. And it's a little thicker on that end, so let's make this end a little wider. There we go. See? I still need this end to beep a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna give you guys also the eyeball in it. So we're gonna do our next stripe. We're just gonna say right about there. I got it going down the edge. You can make your stripe go down the edge if you want. just going over the edges with the tip of my brush to kind of clean up the edges. So there we go. All right, when I say you can go over the edges, you can bring your brush here and wrap, okay? We're gonna do that. I'm gonna try not to get black. I got black on my hand and I don't want it on my candy corn. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna do the same thing up here. Oops. We're gonna bring it around to the edge. And then do the same thing over here. Just like that, okay? So it's wrapping around. If you wanted this to go all the way around, you could also do that on the back as well. This one isn't gonna quite reach the tip, and so you're gonna have a white tip. Unless your lines are thicker, okay? If your lines are thicker, then you may not have a white tip at the top, and that's okay. There we go. So super cute. You guys, I love black and white. So we're gonna push that down, just like that. You can see texture in it right now and bubbles, but that's okay. One way to get that away is if we did this, we could turn and it takes some of the bubbles away. See, there's some that are gone. So let's get a little more paint and let's put one right here. Okay, let's do this one and we're gonna do it right here. You see how they are making triangles? Okay, so now this one down here is probably going to be off of my candy corn some. Okay, and let's do just a tiny bit right there, because even so, this right here is going to create a triangle. Okay, so just think about that when you're doing it. Let's put one there. Super cute. Super, super cute. So just think about that when you are doing your dots, okay? You're gonna wanna lay it down and rub. And what this is doing, right now, your letters are adhered to the back sheet, okay? The back white sheet. And what you're wanting to do, good morning, Karen. What you're wanting to do is get your vinyl from the back sheet stuck to the sticky top sheet, okay? And so you're gonna rub like this. And then when you go to peel it away, it likes to be tricky sometimes. Just like this one's wanting to be tricky. When you pull it away, you should get your letters on top here, but it's being finicky. So a trick for that is to turn it over. Still doesn't want to stick. So the trick is to turn it over, and then I'm gonna hold this like a credit card or anything like this. This is a Pampered Chef thing, you guys. I'm gonna pull away as I'm laying it down. Let's see, hold on, it's starting. I'm gonna pull away as I'm laying it down and see how it's coming apart now. So you want this to be on your sticky part. If you have one of these tools, it's gonna come in super handy on this, because there may be times that you kind of just have to I'm going to show you. So on this one, you can kind of see it's stuck with the paper. You can use this to get it off of it. There we go. Once you get your word started, you shouldn't have any issue because it's cursive, and so it's all connected. You shouldn't have any issues. But if you do, this is a great little tool. So basically, when put it down low, then you're going to take this credit card, whatever, and rub it again, and that's what's going to adhere it to your board. Ta-da! Now make sure your paint has to be super dry, because if it's not, it will peel up some of the paint. So make sure it's super dry. The edges, so you can go like this, just do a little bit of yellow. See that little swatch of yellow? We're gonna do that on each black spot, each black stripe. Okay, just like that. Okay. We're gonna do it on each one, on both sides. There we go. Now, I think I want some in my white. So see, I just added some in my white. It's kind of hard to see. Then you can do the same with your orange. Let's dip some in my orange. I need some more orange paint though. So let's do that one's not very dark. There we go. So I'm just adding orange next to my yellow. And I kind of offset it. If you didn't want to use your brush, if you didn't feel, I'm just gonna line the entire candy corn with yellow. I'm leaving some edge on there, see? So everywhere where there's white space, I'm gonna put a yellow line. Adorable. There's a black thing on my polka dot. Well, and I just dropped it. I don't know what that is. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take and make like a comma inside my polka dot, okay? If you guys have a paint pen, that would also work for this. And there's one thing I want to show you guys about doing these commas. Okay, when you're doing these, do you see how I didn't put them on the same side each time? Okay, so for the top one, it's on this side. For this one over here, it's on this side. This one is on the bottom. You want to make sure, you might have to spice yours up. You just want to make sure that if you do that, so these would be like highlights to a bubble or something, but just make sure. I mean, my personal preference is to have the comma on multiple sides, okay, on each one. So now I think I'm gonna take my handy dandy tool here and we're gonna do what I love, just my technique that I love, and we're gonna scrape some color onto this candy corn here. Oop, I got it on my vinyl. All right, so I did the yellow. And I think I'm gonna just do, so I did 3 dots there next to the line. Okay, let's do a couple more down here. Let's do some here. Oh my goodness, I love it. And then let's do some here. There you go. So cute. But now I think this needs polka dots, you guys. So you know what we could do? Let's do some orange. No, let's do yellow because we have orange polka dots on our little candy corn. Let's do some yellow. We're gonna take the end of our brush, our foam brush here, and do the same thing. Except I'm not gonna go all the way across. I'm gonna do 3 there. Let's do 3 on this side. And then let's do 3 down here. There we go. Let's tap a little bit more on some of these. I love it. I love it with the polka dots. If you wanted to highlight the polka dots with orange, like we highlighted these, once they're dry, you could do that too. I love it. I think it's adorable. All right, so now let's take our orange and put some orange on this, the same way we did the yellow. And I'm definitely, I mean, you can try to avoid where the yellow is, or it's okay if it overlaps too.